Hey, what's up, everyone? I have several experiences that I want to share regarding personal experiences and experiences of those around me regarding shadow beings, creatures, and just beings of another realm and just mysterious, unexplainable things. So, the first experience that I'm going to share took place a couple of weeks ago. We were taking the garbage off and we were going to take it to the dump, or is what it's called in our county, the Resource Authority. They recycle some of it. They claim they take it to another facility to recycle it. They put it in this huge building, and I don't know what they do with all of this stuff. They claim they put it in other things, and some of it they do, some of it they don't. So I don't know where it all goes, but it's like you never see where it goes. There's this building, okay? And I was throwing the garbage off the truck into the dumpster at the Resource Authority, or the dump. And this happened probably 2 Fridays ago. A little bit earlier than that. I'm trying to remember the date. I'll look it up and I'll tell you in a future date. So this happened. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry about the notification. Uh, but apparently an earthquake hit Romania. A 5.6 earthquake just hit Romania. But back to the story, back to the experience. We were in the truck after we had taken the garbage off of it, and we had the truck turned off for a moment because I was going to let it cool down a moment so that I could put some more oil in it because the oil light came on. So I was going to put some oil in there. And I'd made a joke because the garbage, you never see it. Actually, the joke happened after I heard the sound. You never see where the garbage goes there. It's really freaky. You never see where it goes. They put it in this huge building. You can hear them. They take the equipment and they take this truck and they wheel it in there, and they put all of the boxes and things into the building. Most all of the stuff they put into the building. The recyclable materials, all of that. They put it into the building. So I heard these strange sounds coming out of there. There was these, it was like weird, it was like screams and screeches. And it was crazy. Both my mama and I heard it. And it was like these just torturous, weird hollering of these animals or something, just screaming sounds out of that building. Screeches. And I tried to brush it off in my mind as maybe the equipment in there or whatever, but it didn't sound anything like that. And I was thinking, what do they do? And just burn this stuff? Just singe it? But it was like, just, not singe it, but just, disintegrate it? It just disintegrated. But no, I mean, it was like, the sound was like creatures. And I said, what do they do? Like, feed this stuff to the demons of the pits of hell? And I mean, I should have even said that. I mean, I stated, what do they do? Feed it to evil spirits from the pits of, the pits of the underworld. I made that statement because I heard all that screaming, those sounds that were coming out of the building that they put all of the garbage into. And I made that statement. And the moment I made that statement, under the ground, it shook. There was a boom. It felt like something pushing up from the ground. And then on my mama's side of the truck, on the driver's side of the truck went boom. It was like something very large hit the truck right after I made that statement. And I was like, whoa, I shouldn't have made that statement. I mean, I was just joking. It was something that I was like, man, I shouldn't even state it. It was like, I don't even know why I said it, but it was because of the weird sounds that were coming from there. That's why loud, just screeching, screaming, yelling, hollering, like torturous hollering coming from that building where they put all of the garbage. I know other cultures, like the Muslims, the Islamic people, have a statement about yins where they said that they hang out in uncleanly places where garbage is at and all of that, and lots of garbage in places like that, marketplaces and garbage dumps, and they will. I've dealt with things like that. Believe it or not, I've dealt with things like that as well. But back to what was going on there. When I stated that, because of those screams and yelling that just torturous hollering that was happening, it was freaky. It was a sound that we'd never heard there before. And then the truck goes ba-boom, like something hits the truck really hard and pushes the truck. Enough force that like a very large being hits the truck and pushes it sideways and shakes our truck. And then under the ground, I felt this pushing upward, a force pushing upward. Something very, very large. This just happened a couple of weeks ago when we went to take the garbage off to the dump, or the Resource Authority Center, as it's called. And it was quite freaky. It was something that I'll never forget. And it weirded us both out. And neither of us could explain what it was. But the first thing I thought was, because of what I had stated just then, that's what happened. And I don't know, I chose shadow creatures as the background for this, which I know they are of a dark realm, low-level entities and energies, and you don't want to deal with that. But we had an experience like that. That's the experience that we had. I'm out of the vehicle talking about it right now. So, yeah, I just wanted to share this. Another experience with beings that we had, my daddy experienced, I guess it was last year maybe.